Hi everybody, it's Sarah Daman here and I'm the resident play expert for Rosa and Bo, and today I'm going to talk to you all about how you can support your child's listening skills to develop through play. Now it is critical that our children develop listening skills because it can help with safety, learning to stop when they need to. It really helps with social skills, so learning to listen to others, contribute their own ideas, learning to have a conversation. And it's also critical that children develop listening skills for literacy. Literacy skills really start with the foundation of communication, and listening is, a huge part of communication, isn't it? So I'm going to give you 4 great activities that you can be doing with your children, which are going to be really fun ways to develop those skills. And something to remember as a principle, a guiding principle for all of these activities, are that if we want to teach our children to listen, we really have to model that for them. Now, when children are learning to speak, learning to communicate, it's really important that we give them the time and space to be able to do that. So when you can hear, you can see that children are trying to make an attempt at communication, giving them the time and space to be able to do so, which can be really tricky if you have older siblings around. So one of the best things that you can teach them and remind yourself of is to count to 10 in your head before stepping in and trying to help your child finish a sentence or finish a word. Because what we do when we give our children that space is we show them that their attempts at communication are valued and what they have to say is valid. And that's a brilliant thing to instill in our children, because that's what we want them to know when we're speaking to them as well. So, moving on to the 4 activities. First up is a listening walk. What I love about this is going out into nature with our children is such a great thing for their development anyway, but it doesn't matter how young or how old anybody is, from newborns to grandparents, everybody can get involved in this, and children are incredible at noticing sounds in the environment. And now we are hopefully continuing to see restrictions ease and we can explore nature a little bit more. Going to the beach has brand new sounds, going out in a forest has brand new sounds, and sometimes we just need to sit and listen. So we can be doing that with our children, from when you're pushing them in a pram to trying to listen to more complex sounds, and hearing the different sounds that everybody picks up on is a great way to discriminate between sounds. And what that will do in the future is help children to discriminate between sounds when they are breaking down a word to read, when they're breaking down a word to write. So it has real benefits for people of all ages. Moving on to making opportunities for listening, and you can get really creative and explore the resources that you have around you at home. A brilliant way to do this would be by using our nesting baby. So in the middle of our nesting babies is a chiming Bo bunny, which is a great motivation for children to open the different nesting babies and get to the middle. But you can extend this. You could be using things like dried pasta, dried rice, couscous to make shakers with your different nesting babies. But the other thing that I would really encourage you to do is to either have a nesting baby with nothing in, or a nesting baby with something like cotton wool or sponges in, which doesn't really make a sound. And that will encourage children to explore, to investigate. This is when real learning, deep level learning, starts to happen. It might even encourage them to put something in themselves, in one of the nesting babies, that makes a noise. So if you give that one a go, let us know, because we would love to hear what your children come up with. Reading is one of the best possible ways to develop listening skills. Now, when we tend to read to our children, there's often much less stimulus around, so maybe it's bedtime, things are a bit quieter, hopefully, and Having a simple book is a great way for children to develop listening skills because it becomes predictable. The words are often very simple, so you want to be really choosing books with simple language when you're developing these skills early on. We have a gorgeous book here at Rosa and Bow, and you can really encourage your children to get into the repetition of this, listening to that very simple language to develop those listening skills. Excuse me. And last but by no means least is singing. Even if your singing voice is, less than wonderful like mine, our children really don't mind. And you can get really fun and creative and silly with songs that you create. And one of the best ways you can do this is using a song like Old MacDonald Had a Farm with props. And you could start to see what props you've got around, toys and things at home, like a flamingo or something a bit more unusual, and seeing what, if you say nothing, what sound your child comes up with. We also have some woodland nesting friends with animals in them that actually, I don't know what sound a badger makes. Really, I don't know what sound a fox makes. And so it's a great way for you to learn together. It might encourage children to go on and do a bit more exploration, a bit more learning, and start to take charge of the things that they're interested in. So I hope these 4 activities have been helpful. Do let us know if you've given them a go. We love to hear about what you guys get up to at home. If you want some more deeper information and more around children's development for listening skills, head to our website because I've written a blog all about how to support your child to develop listening skills. And if you've got any questions as well, please drop them in the comments because we would love to be able to help you develop this with your children further. Have a lovely day and thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.